Hey everyone, I'm Joey. Today we're going to go over the basics of restaurant balloon twisting training. Whether you're interested in jumping into a restaurant on your own or you're going through the Joey's Balloon Company training program, we have a bunch of tips for you that are going to set you up for success. After you've learned a handful of balloon twisting shapes, you are probably ready to get started making some money using your new skill. There's a lot of money to be made in the entertainment industry, and balloon twisting in restaurants is just one way of earning a little bit of side income. If you like it enough, you can even make it your full-time job with persistence and determination. Before you head into a restaurant, you want to make sure that you've got a neat and clean balloon apron. One way that I keep my balloon apron tidy and organized is by separating all of the balloons by color. I separate these into bundles of about 20 to 30 balloons each, with all of the nozzles facing the same direction. I hold these bundles together by wrapping a separate deflated balloon of a different color around each bundle and tying it once. The reason I want all of my nozzles on the top side of this knot is so that when I'm trying to pull one out of my apron, it doesn't pull the entire bundle out. Take a look at this balloon apron here. We are using a standard 3-pocket apron that servers generally use. You can get a fancier apron for your balloon twisting venture, totally up to you, but a 3-pocket apron has done me well over the course of 15 years. I confine all of my balloons into the middle pocket of this apron so that I have the other 2 pockets for anything else that I might need. And I need some extra things, so here's what I put in each of those side pockets. In one of those pockets, I keep a Sharpie, business cards, and all of the cash tips that I make. I've found this to be a great combination for one pocket because the Sharpie can hang on to the lip of the pocket, so I never really have to be digging for it. And my business cards are generally in a stack at the very bottom of the pocket, so I can stick my hand down through all the cash tips and make sure that I find the business card and pull it out pretty easily. Occasionally, I'll need to pull out some cash tips if I need to give somebody some change, and that is why I keep all of the scraps of my balloons from when I do a quick break, or if I have a balloon pop, I can just shove it in that other pocket and it's not getting in the way when I'm digging down into that apron for cash tips or a business card. The other thing that I keep in this pocket with all of the scraps is my balloon inflator. Scraps and a balloon inflator are a perfect combination for your other pocket because you are taking your balloon inflator out constantly. You don't want to take the chance of your tips falling out of your pocket every time that you're taking your balloon inflator out of your pocket. It seems counterintuitive to put the pump in upside down with the nozzle facing down, but that's made it easier for me so that I can just go ahead and grab it and my hand is already where it needs to be on the inflator. That's just something very small that I've changed in my balloon twisting service to make it easier and more efficient. You're also going to want to make sure that both of your buttons are visible by putting them not on the pocket with your balloons, but on either one of the side pockets or even on your shirt. One of these buttons is a tip button. That lets the restaurant guests know that you work for tips and that tips are always appreciated. Side note here, as far as mindset goes when you're working in a restaurant, we are not charging for our service. Our service is absolutely free. Yes, we do work for tips, but if somebody does not have cash or just doesn't want to tip you, that is absolutely okay, and you just need to move on. The faster you can get to another table, the faster you're going to make some money. So instead of expecting tips, expect not to get tips, because then when you do get a tip, you're super grateful for it, and that puts you in a better mood and able to better serve the next table. On that note, as you're finishing your last balloon for the table, do not linger, just thank them for their time and for allowing you to serve them, and head to the next table. The second button that we have is a review/book me button. This lets the restaurant customers know that we have a website that they can go to book your services at their next birthday party. When you do a great job serving them, they are going to want to keep your information for their next birthday party, as well as leave you a good review, and good reviews lead to more bookings. The business cards that we hand out have important information on it, such as your name, our website where they can go and book your services at, as well as your Venmo information so that they can give you a tip even if they don't have cash on them. Once you've got your apron set up, you are ready to head into a restaurant. If you are going through the Joey's Balloon Company training program, we will set up a restaurant for you and have a trainer meet you at that restaurant. You can expect to spend 3 hours in that restaurant, and here's how it generally goes. Your trainer will ask you what are the main balloon shapes that you know so that they can focus on incorporating those shapes. For the first hour, the trainer will approach the tables with you and lead the conversations. You, as the balloon twister and trainer, training will be doing the majority of the balloon twisting to get the practice at these tables. It does take practice to balloon twist and carry on a conversation at the same time. That is why your trainer is there, to keep that conversation going as you're twisting. The second hour, your trainer will still be with you, but you as the balloon twister in training will be leading the conversations and twisting. Your trainer can help you out along the way, and if there's multiple kids at the table, you guys will be simultaneously twisting different shapes. This hour will be your time to build confidence, striking conversations with people and balloon twisting at the same time. For the third hour, you'll be completely solo. You will have 2 hours under your belt of how to approach guests and twist balloon animals at the same time. You will not have your trainer next to you to fall back on if you stumble during a shape or in a conversation. It's going to happen. You just got to accept it and move on, that we do fumble over our words occasionally and forget how to make balloon shapes. Keep moving the conversation forward. A great way to do that is to ask the kids questions or the parents questions. How often do you come to this restaurant? What do you usually get? What are some of your favorite school activities? What do you guys like to do after school? By being curious and asking the family these questions, it gets them to talk, so you don't have to talk as much and you can kind of focus on doing your balloon shape. You do have to listen because you are going to have to ask a follow-up question. If the kid likes basketball or dance, you're going to have to ask follow-up questions with that to keep that conversation going. It also makes it very interactive and creates a connection with those restaurant guests. Before we enter a restaurant, let's talk about dress code really quick. Collared button-down shirts or blouses are perfect. We want to be aiming for something that's like business professional. We want to keep our hair off of our forehead and out of our eyes. If you have long hair, tie it back so that it's not getting into people's foods or in your way while you're balloon twisting. Khaki or black pants are great. If you want to wear a colorful vest or a colorful hat that's going to set you apart as the entertainer, that's totally fine. Backwards flat hats, sun hats, baseball caps, those are probably not great ideas for a hat that's going to set you apart as an entertainer. We do not require non-slip shoes because we shouldn't be in the kitchen of the restaurant. You're going to be on your feet for 3 hours, so I would say wear something that is comfortable but also appropriate. Black dress shoes or flats are totally fine. Stylish boots in the winter are also fine. Definitely no flip-flops or Crocs. No tennis shoes or high heels. So basically shoot for boots, dress shoes, or flats that can pass for business professional. So now that you are prepared with the itinerary of what's going to happen when you enter this restaurant, as well as a few tips, here's what you need to do when you first enter the restaurant, as well as an example interaction with a table. When you first walk into the restaurant, you're going to want to find the manager on duty. You can do this by walking up to the host stand, letting them know you're the balloon artist, and asking to speak to the manager. What we want to do in our conversation with the manager is introduce ourselves. Hey, are you the manager on duty tonight?
Yep.
Great. I'm Joey. I'm the balloon twister tonight. I'll be here for about 3 hours.
What?
Thanks for having us in tonight, and I'll let you know before I head out. Once you've made that connection with the manager on duty, you can go ahead and get to your first table. Here's what my interactions at tables generally go like. Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good until you walked up to our table. Who are you?
We're doing good. How are you? Awesome, awesome. Good to hear. My name is Joey. I'm the balloon artist tonight. I was wondering if I can make some cool animals or crazy hats for these little guys over here. Maybe a butterfly, flower, unicorn for this little one, or a sword, a bow and arrow, or Spider-Man for this little guy. The parents will either immediately say yes. Ooh, no, this one is allergic to latex. No thanks. Oh, not a big deal. Hope you guys have a great night and enjoy your food. Here's a couple of interactions that could happen from the parents. In the case that the parents do not want you to have balloon twisting at their table for one reason or another, oftentimes I'll still hand them a card. I don't know. I don't think so. The kids have not been on their best behavior this week. Okay, no problem. Here is my card just in case you guys have any birthday parties coming up or any school functions that you might need a balloon twister for. Simple as that. You're still getting your name and the company name out there. And just because their kids aren't behaving today doesn't mean they won't be in next week. I'll also be here next Friday night if anything changes for you next week.
Does it cost any money?
Nope, our service is absolutely free. We do work for tips and tips are always appreciated, but regardless, we'd love to serve you all and get these little ones some balloon animals. Once you get the okay to serve the kids at the table, start listing some animals and shapes that you think they might like. It's good to list animals that they can play with individually, weaponry like swords and bow and arrows that they can interact with each other with, as well as wearables such as bracelets and hats. That gives a good variety to the kids and parents to decide what they might want. Always list out your shapes. Kids and parents do not know what you know how to make, so it's very important that you are listing some things that you're comfortable with and know how to make, as opposed to just saying, would you like a balloon animal? Nobody knows what that means. Always follow it up with, Would you like a balloon animal such as, and then start listing the shapes that you're most comfortable with and that you think that they might like. No matter if I get rejected or if I'm finished making balloon shapes at a table, I always end by thanking them and wishing them a good evening. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy your food and have a wonderful night tonight.
Thanks so much. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. You take it easy now.
Yeah, hope to see you guys next week. Have a good one. Again, just to emphasize this, I do not linger after I'm done making the shapes. If they want to give me a tip, they will either use my card to Venmo me or they will send a kid over at my next table to hand me a cash tip. Some other tips for success when you are twisting in a restaurant are when you are approaching a table, try to make sure that you are going after the menus have been taken up from the table. The reason for this is because the restaurant is trying to get guests in and out as quickly as possible, and the faster that those guests can order their food, the faster they can leave. If a table is beckoning you to come over and they have not ordered yet because they still have menus on their table, kindly let them know that they can order first and that we will be back over to serve them in just a few minutes. There are also occasions when kids will come up to you as you're just in the middle of the restaurant. This is a bad idea for a ton of reasons. The kids will get in the way of the servers. You're not near the parents to receive a tip at the end. So if kids come up to you in the middle of the restaurant, you can say, "Of course, I would love to make you something. Let me follow you back to your table and we'll get you something over there." Another pro tip is to avoid sensitive subjects such as sexuality, religion, and politics. You never know what people's opinions are at the tables that you're serving, but we want to be able to market to everybody that we are serving. So by avoiding these subjects, we can maintain good relationships with everybody that we're meeting and not cause any reason for conflict. At the end of the night, find the manager, thank them for letting us serve them that night, wish them a good evening, and you are good to go. Hey Teresa, it's 9 o'clock. Just wanted to let you know that I am heading out after I finish these last couple tables over here. I might stay a little bit later if more families with kids come in, but just wanted to say thank you for letting us serve you tonight, and if I don't see you on my way out, hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week. And those are the basics of balloon twisting in restaurants. If this was helpful, don't forget to like that video for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to our channel for some more balloon twisting, balloon decorating, pranks, challenges, and other fun content. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.